This is the weekly forecast reading for 21st to 27 February 2016. It's both your love and relationship as well as your general forecast. We're starting with your love and partnerships reading. The first card that comes up says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Now, what this card speaks about is that this week the energies are aligned to call in a soulmate. Someone you have shared past lives with and still have many things to learn from one another. A partner to navigate life and soul lessons. This is your sidekick in an adventure of life. And they're here to share your life with you, okay? So besides the fact that you're going to be learning lessons from one another, you're going to learn them together. Remember that about a soulmate. So make sure that you have the right energy this week, that you're the right vibration when you call in this person, so that you can call in somebody that is your sidekick as such. That regardless of the fact that you're going to be learning together and from one another, that it can be an adventure as well. It can be a journey to discovery for the two of you. Then what you need to know about this is that it's going to be long term. It's going to be putting down roots. So prepare yourself for that. This isn't a warning. This is if you go on a hike and it's a really enjoyable hike, but it's a mountain, you make sure you have food, you make sure you have water, you make sure you know where you're going to stay. It's that kind of preparation. So do that with yourself too. If you're calling in a soulmate, then know this is for the long term. Prepare yourself accordingly for it. Know that's what you're going to be in there for. Know you're going to be in there for the long term, and that needs a particular type of mindset, as I'm sure you're well aware of. So prepare yourself for the good times, the not such good times, the challenging times. They're all going to be part of having this soulmate in your life. And you need to stick it out because the end result is definitely worth it. You will learn so much about yourself through this other person. Then the next card that comes up says flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So try and keep a lighter energy here when putting out that energy to calling in that soulmate. And if you're already in established relationships, this is particularly important. Try to regain that kind of friendly, flirting attitude with one another. Try to put yourself on a lighter footing for a while. And also, if you're calling in a soulmate, make the energy lighter, not quite so desperate as we can sometimes get about it. It will attract in a different kind of person, a different kind of energy for you to make, for the lesson to be made easier. Not easier, but maybe more adventurous instead of more heavy kind of thing. The next card speaks about this will be true love. So those of you that are in permanent long-term relationships at the moment, this is true love. This is what love is about. And I'm sure you could tell me more than I can tell you at this moment in time because of all the experiences that you go through together. If you're calling in somebody, a soulmate, know this is going to be true love. And with it comes such a vast array of experiences and feelings and lessons. So be prepared for that. But know it's the real thing. What you're doing is the real thing. So immerse yourself in it. Don't reject it. Don't turn your back on it. Those of you that are in permanent relationships, get stuck in there. Enjoy it. The good, the bad, the ugly. Enjoy it for what it is. It's a sidekick. It's a partner in life. It's someone to do the adventure of life with. And treat it in that frame of mind. Now your guidance cards that come up, the first one is called Wake Up Call or Tsunami. And this week you're going to realize something. It's going to come to you very suddenly, possibly unexpectedly, possibly as a bit of a shock. That's what a wake-up call normally is. But it is a mental wake-up call. This is to give you that perspective that you need to take a good look at where it is you are in with your partnerships and relationships and why sometimes you can get to that same spot that you feel stuck in. The next card speaks of volatility, suppressed emotions that at any moment can burst forth because you are suppressing them. This is suppressed energy, use it constructively. This week, instead of burning bridges, build them. Take that suppressed disappointment, anger, disillusionment, and use it constructively. Use it to build your partnerships and relationships. Use it to build your efficiency at relating with people. The next card speaks of, once again, that effortless, as I've mentioned before now. Become effortless in your relationships. Participate in them effortlessly. Fall with your arms forward into them. Have trust and faith that this is where you are supposed to be at this moment in time. This is where you're learning what you're supposed to learn about yourself and life and people around you. And do so gracefully, without resistance. There's something miraculous possibly in doing it without resistance and doing it gracefully instead of storing and shoring up that resentment. So use your energy to grow this week instead of harboring it in disappointment and disillusionment. Use it to go forward gracefully. And immerse yourself in what comes up. Don't turn your back on it. It's important to your relationships this week. Right, now let's move on to your general forecast. Now the first card that comes up in your general forecast is the card of synchronicity. And it says signs, miracles will occur this week, guiding you in the direction you need to go. The angels will deliver clear messages to you this week of the direction you're supposed to be going in and guiding you along the way. So keep your eyes and your ears open for those messages. Don't miss those signs. It says free your thoughts and stop looking at the clock. Because you will witness this synchronicity then. So that's an important message that's already come through. Free your mind and stop watching the clock, because then you will see the messages. Then the Justice card comes up, and this says don't make impulsive decisions. It says even though you could be faced with a decision, don't impulsively go forward, just taking a route because you need to make a decision now. Consider carefully your course of action and make sure it is fair to everyone. And then it says if there's a decision that needs to be made regarding you, it will be in your favor. So that would be good news. Then the last card says, do your homework, prepare yourself best you can, follow your guidance, then do whatever it is you have your mind set on, knowing that you will be divinely guided. A very important part of feeling successful in what you are doing, and we're not talking about the material manifestation of what happens here. We're talking about feeling as if you are doing what you should be doing and doing it along the path that suits you the best, is to recognize that you do your part as best you can and that Spirit does its part for you too. Those doves in that picture that have those ribbons tied to this dancer and they helping him with his choreography, that is Spirit, and that is what Spirit is doing for you. And if you open your mind and your heart to the fact that yes, you need to do the physical effort, yes, you need to plan, yes, you need to go ahead, but your co-creator in life is Spirit. And if you open your mind and your soul to that, and your heart, you will see things, regardless if the challenges come up, or if there are detours, or if things don't go according to plan, you will still feel secure and unhurried and unfrustrated, not frustrated by the way that your plans are going forth. Know that that helping hand is always there, and if you're open to it, you will be guided and you will follow your path with far less resistance and challenges along the way. That's something important to remember for this week. Now, your soul path speaks of the owl. And the owl is about gaining access to hidden information, if you choose to, and that you will be going along a road less traveled, but that you will be guided every step of the way. It says, be aware. Be aware that fulfillment is now possible, Listen and observe as much information will be coming your way. So there's a certain inner silence here that is needed so that you can go on this path. Look, you're going to go on this path regardless, but you can go on this path, as I've said in one of the star signs for March, kicking and screaming, falling and tripping, or you can open your heart, open your mind and listen and be aware so that it is less of a tripping and falling and kicking and screaming along the path. The next card is that of instinct, and it says listen to your instincts. You are being so guided at the moment. Listen to those instincts. Be quiet enough inside that you can hear for the guidance that will be delivered to you this week. And something else that's coming through this week is things are about to change pretty quickly. So for those of you that have been working at something for quite a while, you may suddenly find that it's moving ahead very quickly, unexpectedly, and almost as if you can't keep up with it. So stay grounded, because you could possibly this week see your dreams starting to manifest, but you need to be grounded for that to happen. If you don't know how to ground yourself, one of the simplest methods is take off your shoes, go outside, put your feet on the ground, on the grass, on the sand, breathe deeply, and ground yourself as often as you can. And switch off all those electronic gadgets that we all sit in front of so much every day. Switch them off for a while, everything, so that you can reconnect to that divine energy, that divine guidance that is being given to you at the moment, that we shut out with all our electronic goods. Okay, so that is your weekly reading for the 21st to the 27th of February 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.